Hi guys, Calvin Stewart, Associate Broker and Team Leader with the PremierXec team with RE/MAX Realty Center here to continue the series that we started, Steps to Buying Your First Home. Before we get into it, if you have any questions or looking to purchase a property, make sure you give me a call at my direct number, 240-472-7453. Or you can call me in my office at RE/MAX Realty Center, 301-591-3920. Today's going to be step 4. The last step we did was step 3. We talked all about the home search process. Step 2.5, we talked about some upfront costs. Step 2, we went into the payment method, how you're going to be purchasing this property, whether it's cash, whether you're financing it. And step 1, we talked all about the buyer's consultation. Before I jump into it, I want to give a special introduction and welcome to my partner, Lucy Denhart, who just joined us as our team's buyer specialist. Make sure that if you have any questions, either reach out to me or reach out to her. We can definitely help you out. Okay, guys? So let's dive in. Step 4, writing an offer. So we've seen properties. You found one that you fell in love with. Now it's time to actually write an offer to purchase this property. Here are just a couple quick things to consider. The first thing you want to consider is picking offer price. You definitely don't want to pay more for this house than what it's worth, and you definitely don't want to try to offer too low than what it's worth. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the time and I'm going to come up with a market analysis for you so you can see what's going on in the area. You can take a look at what's currently active, what's currently under contract, and what's sold, withdrawn, or expired. That way we can determine what's the best price to actually offer for this property. Is it priced accordingly? Is it priced under? Or is it overpriced? Some things you're also going to have to consider while putting this offer together are the terms of the offer. Terms of the offer are very important. Make sure you trust me as your certified negotiation expert to navigate and negotiate through this offer for you so that we can get acceptable terms to you and the seller. Okay? Some of the terms you have to think about is closing date. When does your lease expire if you're currently renting? How much longer do you have in that place? Can you go for a month to month? When do you need to be moved out by? How long will it take your lender to actually close this transaction? It has to be underwritten. It takes, if you're getting certain government programs, it takes a little bit of time to communicate with them. So how many days do we actually need to settle this property? When will the seller be able to close? Does he or she have a property that he's buying that they need time to settle on? Or is the house vacant? Can we close at any time? Just some things to consider. How much of an earnest money deposit am I going to be putting down on this property? Earnest money deposit is the amount of money which you're putting into escrow. They'll be applied towards your closing costs to show the seller that you're actually serious about purchasing this property. I typically recommend putting anything between 1 to 3% of the sales price down to show the seller that they should take their house off the market because you're a serious buyer. How much seller subsidy, if any, do we need? Do you need help from the seller to actually pay your closing costs? Now is the time to ask for that. So we're going to write that into the offer. If you're getting a loan, you're going to need to find out exactly how much percentage can your loan handle. It's customary to pretty much negotiate for around 3%. Some loans will actually let us go up to 6%. So that's what we're going to have to determine. We're going to have to do those percentages back out and actually come up with the dollar value. The next thing we have to think about is the inspections that you're getting. What kind of inspections? We went through this in the last videos, whether it's your regular general home inspection, where they document the condition of the house, lead-based paint inspection. If it's built before 1978, houses can have a potential to have lead-based paint, so do you want the paint in these houses and the walls tested? Radon inspection. Radon is that potentially harmful gas that rises out from under the ground. Do you want to test for that? And how much time do we actually need to test? You should be there when we're doing your home inspection. I say budget around 3 or 4 hours for that. You definitely want to know everything that your house is. The home inspector is going to go throughout the house with you and show you exactly how to use everything in the property and document the condition where it stands. You want to know this, especially if this is the first home that you're owning, because you may or may not know how to take care of these items in your home, and the inspector will explain that to you. We generally see that we ask for about 10 days to 14 days is sufficient. Some inspectors can do it on weekends, some can do it in the evening. Otherwise, you might have to take a little bit of time off work to actually go to this inspection. But each case varies, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In addition to that, how much time do we need for your appraisal? If this house is getting a loan, the lender is going to need to send out an appraisal, and we're going to have to put a time frame in there for them to have that done. So I'm going to have to coordinate with your lender to find out their time frames, because their time frames will have to match up with our time frames before we write this offer. The appraisal, the lender is going to actually determine how much they are willing to spend for this property. If it doesn't appraise, we're going to have to negotiate the price down potentially, unless you have the cash to pay the difference. Or if it does appraise, we'll be good to go. And if it appraises for more, this instant equity that you start off with, that's always great. And the last thing on this list is going to be home warranty. Do you need a home warranty? A home warranty protects you against the unforeseen problems or conditions with the house that might be unexpected. Once you purchase the house and you have your warranty in place, you pay your deductible, and they come out and they either replace the item or repair it with a comparable one, or they repair it, the mechanical systems of your house. Whether it's the hot water tank, the HVAC system, it can be the washer, dryer, the dishwasher, the stove, your microwave. Those are important features of your house. Once again, here's a quick recap. Writing an offer, make sure we pick a correct offer price. The market analysis will definitely help you with that. The terms of the offer, make sure we're negotiating them correctly. Trust me as your certified negotiation expert to have your back and walk you through it. Okay, here's some quick terms. Closing date, when is best that we can settle this property? How quickly can we get it done? When do you need it done by? Earnest money deposit, how much are you willing to put down in escrow that gets applied towards your closing costs to show that you're willing to purchase this property so that the seller could feel comfortable taking their house off the market? Seller subsidy, how much do you need the seller to pay for you to actually close? Home inspections and time frames. Once again, budget about 3 or 4 hours of your time to go to this inspection, but how long do we need to get it done? If you have a very busy work schedule, you might need a little bit longer than people who have a very flexible schedule. Within that time frame, we have to get this inspection done and any potential repairs that we're asking the seller to fix written up and over to them. How long will it take your lender to order the third-party appraisal? The appraisal is a big factor, especially when you're getting a loan. The lender is going to determine how much they're willing to lend on this property. And home warranty. Do you want to ask the sellers to pay for a home warranty? Do you want to buy a home warranty? Is a home warranty even necessary? I typically suggest it, especially if you're buying an older house. Once again, Calvin Stewart, associate broker and team leader of the PremierXec team with RE/MAX Realty Center here. If you want to reach me, give me a call at 240-472-7453 directly, or you can give me a call at my office, RE/MAX Realty Center, 301-591-3920. Happy Monday. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and stay in touch for video number 5.